People deluded, I'm back again. Now, Arsenal versus United. I've got some time to myself on this Sunday morning to put into context. Obviously, we played Chelsea yesterday. Fantastic result. But back to United now. We don't play them until Thursday. So when you see this, I normally bring them out on a Wednesday. Thursday, you'll probably see this video. So a lot would have obviously changed. So lineups and injuries and all these things, forgive me. But going into it, it's the FA Cup. It's a bit of a shag how we've got United this early and things like that. But in the FA Cup, you're eventually gonna play a big team. Saying that, I would have loved our run 12. Well, we did play big teams in 2014. We had to play Spurs, we beat them. Had to play Everton, we beat them. And obviously, when we got to the last final, we had to beat some strong teams, and we've had to brush past United before. So you can't avoid big teams and stuff like that. But it would have been nice if it was later on. If you're Spurs, you're probably, like me and my Spurs supporting friend, we were speaking about this last night, to be honest, before we went raving, in that you're looking at it, they have a good chance of probably, I know the Carabao Cup, they probably got City in the final, rubber stamped on now, and that's a different thing, but between that and the FA Cup, they've got a good chance of winning silverware. But back to this, it's Arsenal v United. We could be playing in League Two and things like that. It's Arsenal v United. It's a big game. I mean, the context, I'm sure those of you that are old enough know about the context, know about the beef. Sadly, well, not sadly for United, but sad in Arsenal's case, neither side have been league challenges, have been worthy league challenges. Yeah, we finished second that year with Leicester. Both are fallen giants. Both are literally fallen giants. The FA Cup isn't good enough if both win it, but I can't speak for United fans, but I sure as hell would like to win a trophy this year. For Unai Emery, it'll be his first one. I'm an Arsenal fan. I want to win trophies. I don't think we're going to get top four. I'd love to be wrong. I hope to be wrong. So at least maybe a trophy of some sorts could help us. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but we are playing at home, so it should be better than the draw we played them against when we played in the league at Old Trafford. Personally, I feel we could have won that. I feel United could have won that as well. I feel both sides probably let themselves down with cheap goals conceded. If I look at this United side, and this brings me back to the start of the season when I said this side is better than what they're giving credit for. They just need someone that they believe in, and you're seeing it. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's got a resurgence of sorts. They're playing forward passes. There's already a difference between Jose and Ollie's team in that I was watching them beat Brighton, and I have watched them a couple of occasions. Their first intent now, when Matic especially, is to get the ball forward, to pass forward to someone. Previously, it was sideways. So there's a lot to like. Pogba, if he's not scoring, he's assisting. Martial is playing all right. Rashford is scoring goals and is having a purple patch. The feel-good factor is there. Delop had a decent game at left-back against Brighton. So I feel they're a good side. They're a confident side. They're a side. They're front. The first thing I think of is that front three, and I think immediately it's going to be a completely different game from the game we played against Chelsea. And that if I was to just, I got the tactics board here. If I was to just make the difference or make comparisons, I'm going to do them on either side. So ignore on both sides of the pitch, people. So ignore it. In fact, let's not show off. Let's keep it simple. But against Chelsea, you're seeing Hazard and Kante pressing, and they weren't doing a good job of it. They were sitting off us. Obviously, this wasn't our formation, but this was typically our starting position, in that the fullbacks are obviously here. If I'm saying that these two are not pressing quick enough, then naturally, people, what happens? The keeper, well, that's Xhaka. The keeper's obviously got time to decide, do I want to play it to the fullbacks? Do I want to play it to the centre-halves? Or is Xhaka going to come for the ball? That's what was helping us, really and truly, on top of other things, on top of them not having a focal point. The difference, I already feel, I don't know what formation United are going to come with and stuff, but there's already a difference in that Kante is not playing in his role. Pardon me, one sec, people. Green tea and honey, man, that ish is good. But, neither Kante or Hazard are playing in their natural roles, so they're gonna drop. Hazard wants to get onto the ball and stuff like that, and he can't really do it from being a focal point. He's not gonna. You even saw they wouldn't put balls into the box with Alonso and Azpilicueta because Hazard is not gonna win it in the air consistently unless you play it to his chest directly. So there was no focal point. Kante was in an unnatural role, so their pressing wasn't there. So it allowed Arsenal to get further up the pitch. The difference with, I assume, without knowing anything, how the game's gonna pan out, just by looking at it. First and foremost, I think this is what you'll see. you're going to see 3 attackers in Lingard, Martial, Rashford, and they'll obviously all rotate. But they're going to stay up there. They're going to stay... Obviously, they're not going to just stay up there. They're going to have to help the team, and those of you that are smart enough to understand. But the difference was already there. They're going to press our back line consistently, evidently. That is how they want to play. So we can still play out from the back and stuff like that. And obviously, as our fullbacks go forward, they're going to have to go back. But it's going to be a completely different game. And I will say this as well. We'll make United the blue. Am I running out of blue ones? Yes, I am. I ain't got all of them to scale people. Where's all the... I just made a vid. Where are they? Yeah, they're not all here, people. In fact, let's just do them in red. In fact, no, we can. What was the point I was even going to make here? Yeah, one issue I see personally with United people, I haven't got there. You're going to have to... Let's just focus on them. Let's actually just focus on them. Apologies, people. Let's just focus on them. I want to give you the best example so you can take it exactly how I want you to take it. Now, Pogba and Ashley Young are in red, people, yeah? Someone's just going to have to do it, innit? Someone's going to have to do it. But typically with United, this is what I saw against Brighton. And there's nothing wrong with it. That just looks like a normal 4-3-3 or whatever formation they had. But what I see is gaps, people. If these lot are doing their thing, there's gaps. The midfield, I was seeing gaps because Pogba was with them, or Pogba was obviously contributing. Herrera and Matic are the more defensive ones, so there's gaps. That is a gap for someone of Arsenal to exploit, whoever wants to run in behind. So we're going to need to be brave as well. I also feel as well, if this is Martial, based on what I saw against Brighton, and I can't understand it, so I need to have a conversation with him. Why is he dropping there? Obviously, they were winning 2-0 and they were coasting and stuff, but I was seeing Martial pick the ball up and do that Xhaka stuff with the ball, playing it to his teammates. I was thinking, why are you doing that? If he does that, that's perfect, because that means we can reposition ourselves. But that means space for Lingard to exploit. And there was also one dangerous man. Obviously, when he was dropping, that's Pogba. When obviously he was dropping, Rashford was staying on the last shoulder. Now, Rashford is very good at staying on the last shoulder. Rashford is very good at working wide positions and getting to the byline. So that is something we need to be switched on about. I also feel United, they're scoring goals and stuff like that. Clearly, they have issues defensively. None of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's fault. I do feel United give you a lot of chances in their games. When last did United keep a clean sheet, people? Forgive me if I'm wrong and it was recent, but they haven't kept too many clean sheets just like us. I feel United give you chances. I watched the Brighton game. Brighton, they were all over Brighton for around 70 minutes. They could have scored more. Brighton weren't in for it. Obviously, Brighton had a little bit of pressure. They scored as well, and there's nervy moments. And if United fans are real, which I'm sure the ones that watch me are, you'll concede that you're not good enough defensively, similar to us, and you do present a lot of chances to your opposition. And a lot of these games, you were coasting and you were dominating. When you look at the scoreline, like the 2-1 with Brighton, it looks a closer game. And if you were to be honest with yourselves, last 20-25, it was a closer game than that. And maybe if the penalty wasn't given for Pogba, which I believe it was a penalty, it could have been different. So United, similar to us, both teams are going to give the other team chances. It's down to how we take them, or how United take them if you support them. So for me, you've got to exploit the gaps. We know they play with their fullbacks are going to get high up the pitch as well. Not too sure if they play with Dalot and if they tell them certain instructions, but you know Young is going to get forward. You know Young is going to try and cross the ball into dangerous areas. You know they have a notable size advantage on us, so how we mark and things like that is going to be dangerous. Don't give Pogba time to pick out passes. I wouldn't say he's in the form of his life, but he's in the best form he's been in recent weeks, and he's enjoying his football. And a confident Pogba is a dangerous Pogba. Any team that is confident is dangerous. Watch the movement. Like I said, they give chances, but it's really and truly how we take them. So I guess the last thing for me would probably be, how do we line up? Do we line up in a 4-2-3-1 of sorts? Well, do we line up with a 4-2-3-1? Do we do what we did against Chelsea in a 4-3? Wait, what was it? It was technically a 4-3-1-2 of sorts. Do we run with that little diamond? Do we go with a 4-3-3? Do we go with 3-4-3, which part of me feels Unai Emery is going to revert back to? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you, because part of me feels, just ignore me, people. I'm just, while I'm talking, I'm gonna try and make sense in my head. Part of me feels we should go with what we went with last against Chelsea last fixture, because it gives us we were in good confidence. It worked for us, and we could potentially ride that. And I feel that's a good enough side to give United issues. And to a degree, it gives us a lot defensively. If we can do what we did from wide positions and stuff like that, then we'll be okay in a sense. The left back's gonna be blue. So do we go like this and play like how we did? Because like I said, if you can imagine, if United are attacking with three centre halves, three centre forwards, or one central forward through the middle and two wingers, how our midfield played in that game against Chelsea can help us. If we stay rigid, United at times have issues breaking teams down. So if we can stay rigid, together with Ramsey dropping, obviously you had Lacazette and obviously Aubameyang, and hold the shape. The left back is in blue is us people, Arsenal. But if you've got the three strikers in Martial, Lingard, and well, you know they're not strikers. You know what I'm talking about, people, and Rashford. We're frustrating them people, innit? Because obviously there's just simply too many bodies, and it's gonna be tough to break down. It'll be tough for any side. Part of me wants to do that. I feel if we deal with how we deal with wide threats against Chelsea, we'll be all right. I feel obviously it gets Lacazette and Aubameyang in there. It suffocates the midfield as well because Pogba's a baller. I'm not too sure on Ander Herrera and Matic. They're stronger than us, but there's strength in numbers. If we outnumber them, there might be something in that regards. But part of me feels, again, with how we played, United are going to press us. So we're not going to have as much time to play out from the back. So part of me feels to give us a bit of extra protection, he's going to go free at the back again. He's going to go 3-4-3. He's going to go 3-4-3. You might even see a Iwobi come back into the team. But maybe that might not necessarily be a bad thing if you tweak it. Obviously, three centre-halves. Probably Torreira and Xhaka, for real with ourselves, it'll be them. Guendouzi should play with Torreira in my opinion. But it'll probably be them two. And you've got the fullbacks. I would consider playing Ramsey as one of these front men. Purely because in real times, Ramsey could drop in. Again, it will give us extra man in midfield. If Lacazette does what he done last time, and Aubameyang as well, suffocate them. Like, if they want to get through us, they have to cut us. That sort of thing. The only issue is, immediately, like I said, if there's Martial, Rashford, and Lingard, immediately it's 3v3. Immediately. So our fullbacks are going to have to be switched on. If they're going to have to be switched on like that, to a degree, have we killed our fullbacks? That allows United to come up the pitch. Obviously, we've got midfielders and Torreira will be there, so it'll be like an extra man. But it's a difficult one. Me personally, people, I would roll with the same team, literally the same team, man for man, that played against Chelsea at this moment in time. So that would obviously be Kohler at left back, right back. Well, it's not Bellerin. Right back's going to have to be Maitland-Niles. Centre halves. I mean, I'm a bit nervous with Koscielny because I'm not going to lie, people, he's terrific against Chelsea, but he's still not in my good books. And I'm a bit scared of him versus Martial, Rashford and Lingard, the pacing behind, because although he blocked a lot of shots, he tackled a lot, he wasn't really tested of sorts like how he would probably be against United. So I'd go... do you know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll go Sokratis and Koscielny, Maitland-Niles at right back, left back in Kohler. Midfield stays the same in Xhaka, Guendouzi and Torreira. You've obviously got Ramsey in the unofficial 10 role. It's not really a 10 role. And then you've got Lacazette and Aubameyang. Now, there are a bit of ways we could probably tweak that to a degree. Part of me wants to get Ozil into the side and things like that. But I'm not too sure at this moment in time. I must admit, people, Koscielny, how he played based on Chelsea is the reason why I've just named him. But part of me actually wants to go Sokratis and Monreal because... Like, not that Monreal would do any better, but I'm not going to lie to you. Look, my expectations or my estimates of Koscielny are all-time low. I give him credit for the Chelsea game. And like I told you lot in that video I made where I said I don't believe we can count on him, I hope to be wrong, but he weren't at it. West Ham, we was all terrible. I'll be fair to him. He looked better than the other lot at centre-half. Chelsea, credit where due, he was superb. But then there's been games where he's played this season where he's been stressed. And I am concerned, to be honest. But... if we can do what we need to do, we can get a result here against United, man. And it'll be a terrific spectacle. And let the best team win, to be fair. I want to win it. I definitely don't want to lose to United. So that's a big enough carrot, is to just kill Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, one of his hopes of winning a trophy, or at least a trophy in his, I don't want to say his first few months as United manager, because he might not be there, but during his time as a United manager. I mean, he's someone that the United faithful love. He's someone that they hold in high regards, and he holds them in high regards, and it'll be a nice memory for him. From a purist point of view, I'd love him to do it. The problem is, I support Arsenal, so I hope we pump these United lads. I don't want to hear these people talking nonsense in my WhatsApps, in my DMs, you know, the friendly banter. I don't want my friends to be happy. I want them to be sad. United don't deserve happiness, man, because you saw how they were bullying the league for how many years, and now they've not been there. The fans can't take it. They can't take not being the top dogs, and I want that to continue. But as for the preview, that's it, to be fair. We need to win games. Like, we've got Manchester City in the league in Cardiff. We should beat Cardiff. And for me, people, I would love to... It's not 9 points, because obviously we're not playing United in the league. But 9 points, you beat Chelsea, you beat United in the FA Cup. You take 3 points against Cardiff. We put ourselves in a good position. Be a better position if we didn't drop down points like against West Ham. And I feel top 4 is a myth. But you get the point. The City game goes either way. I'd love to beat them, but it goes either way. So if we can win these next 3 games... It could do a lot for us, man, to be fair. So, in short, if we exploit... The only ways I can see of us beating United is exploiting gaps, ultimately being brave. Commitment, desire, just being brave is the reason how we win these sort of games. That, on top of pressing them, on top of taking chances when they are presenting, because they will give you chances. It just depends on us taking them. How we do that, how we nullify their attacking front three. We'll have a big say in the game, but... Typically, these games go different ways to how many people, myself included, suggest. But we'll see what happens. For that, though, I'm out, though. So, people, deluded, comment, subscribe, and do the rest if you wish.